Hello, everyone. Welcome to the September community meeting, Great Expectations. I first just wanted to start, well, first of all, welcome. I'm Molly Pettit. I'm the Community Product Manager at Great Expectations. I'm going to start out by just a reminder that we have this new discourse as of a couple months ago. And if you haven't signed up yet, I really encourage you to and have that be a place you ask questions. By asking questions there and answering questions there, they're in a place where other people can find them more easily, where they don't expire, so other people can benefit from the things you learned when you had issues. So it would be great if you did that. And now I can go ahead and kick this off. So we'll be doing some community stats and celebrations, Tal and I. And then Tal will give product roadmap updates. Austin's going to talk about these new getting started guides that he created. And Austin and Habishan will go over some recent community questions. So first of all, community stats. Still growing, another 126 Slack members in the last month. And PyPy downloads and usage still chugging along with 12 million in the past month. Also, some thanks and kudos go out to some top community supporters. These folks are folks who are like helping to answer people's questions in the chat. And supporting other people in the community, which is super great. So Lori, Krish, Veronica, and Sabarisri. Lori, I know, answered many questions and yeah, really went above and beyond. So thanks to everybody. Tal, do you want to take it from here with community highlights?
Sure. Yeah. So wanted to highlight two in particular. We had a whole bunch of really great contributions this month. So first from Son Cheyan, we got the ability to parameterize the severity in the PagerDuty action. So instead of just getting notifications for every kind, you're actually able to specify the actual severity that you would like in PagerDuty. So it provides some much needed granularity. And then also wanted to shout out Karthik, who added a brand new expectation: expect multi-column values to be equal. It's always really exciting to see a brand new expectation. What's also really exciting is that Karthik added implementations for Pandas, SQL, and Spark. So it's really cool to see that. Yeah, so thanks to both of them. And here's the list. We've got a whole bunch more really great contributions, bug fixes, contrib updates to contrib expectations, and yeah, so thanks everybody.
Thanks everyone.
I will move right along to product roadmap updates. So we had some really great bug fixes around Snowflake column name case sensitivity and creating temporary views for Databricks SQL. We've also added aggregate overview charts for validation runs in cloud and rich form-based expectation editor in cloud. And then coming up soon, we're going to have a data asset overview page with column descriptive metrics, which is like very close to being released. And then we're bringing the missingness assistant, which we have in OSS, in bringing that to cloud. Just a reminder, if anyone has not yet tried that out, please try that out. Let us know how it is. It's totally working in open source, and we'd love your feedback. And we're also going to be enabling the creation of data assets in the Cloud UI. That's that.
Thank you so much, Tal. All right, so Austin, I'm just going to go ahead and pass sharing over to you. Oops. Want to go ahead and take over?
I'm muted, but yes, absolutely. So we have these two new getting started guides. They are basically the next step after Quick Start. They're intended to be an introduction to like what a production workflow looks like with Great Expectations. If we come over to our getting started block here, we're focusing on Databricks and SQL workflows specifically. We would love if everybody here, whether you're actually getting started or whether you're like a GX veteran at this point, come in, check out these getting started guides. Let us know what you think. Come into Discourse, into the GX feedback channel, into GitHub after you've taken a look at these, and let us know what you think. If this is, feels like a comfortable first step into a production workflow for Great Expectations. As opposed to the quick start, we're dealing with real data sources, real data assets, persisting expectation suites, and all of that fun GX stuff. So please come check them out if you're a Databricks or SQL user, and let us know what you think, what's going on with this process. I think that's getting started, guys. I'd love to jump over now and highlight a couple of interesting support issues that we've seen in the community, specifically from Discourse. If you haven't checked out our Discourse yet, please come hang out. One of the things that is super exciting about Discourse is that all the stuff is persisted. So one of the questions we're going to look at is from way beyond like our Slack logs, whatever let us like deal with, talk about, and share as a community. So first of all, a really interesting flag when you're dealing with distinct value expectations, if you're trying to get a complete result format out of those, specifically if you're trying to get like the primary keys for failing rows on distinct value expectations, you will not get, as flagged here by James, our CTO, you won't get those values for every row when you're using the distinct expectation. It aggregates by design. And so if you want to get failing rows for every failed row in like this expect column values to be in set expectation, for example, you will have to use the non-distinct version of that expectation to get every failing row. Interesting behavior there. And I think a really interesting flag by James. So if you're experimenting with IDPK stuff with complete result format behavior and you're not seeing what you expect, that's a flag to look for. Jumping over, I know this is like a perennial question and something that comes up in the community all the time. You've used GX forever. Every time you open Datadocs, you're still getting this like welcome, how do I work with Great Expectations pop up in your Datadocs. And we can see, right, super old question. We'd never get to look at this in Slack. Please come to Discourse where we can maintain this knowledge forever. But there is, in your Great Expectations YAML, a key that you can pass that just turns off this pop-up. You'll never have to see it again. And we can just, maintain this forever. Come check it out. Throw hearts on this. We want to interact, right? And come be part of this community where we can like actually share stuff like this over time. I think that's what I've got. I'm happy to hand it over.
Yeah, and with that, those were the main things we had to share with the community. So, I mean, while we're here, first of all, are there any questions on anything we went over? Or any questions from community in general? Okay, then. In that case, we are finished with the September community meeting. It was a shorter one this week, but hopefully still informational. And let us know if there's anything you'd like to see at future community meetings. And also something that I'd like to shout out is if you have any like interesting use cases or cool use cases that you would like to, that you think could be cool for others to see on how you're using Great Expectations, we'd love to know, and it might be something that could be worth sharing in a community meeting. So if you're interested in giving a demo, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. And if there's anything in general that you'd like to see at community meetings that you want us to talk more about, please let us know. All right. Oh, we do have a question coming in. Does anyone, let's see, any pointers to use GX with ML? Does anyone have any thoughts on that?
Historically, a really interesting place where we've seen machine learning integrated with GX is in custom expectations. So if you build a custom expectation that integrates an ML workflow or a particular tool, there's a lot of like really powerful enablement that can happen there. We have some examples in the contrib library. Capital One Data Profiler is a big one that comes to mind, as well as if you check out our ethical AI package within the contrib library. Interesting use cases of GX with ML testing for things like biases, drift, and all sorts of interesting use cases.
Thanks for the question, Emmett. And thanks, Austin. And thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your Tuesday.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one. Bye.